today I am doing a, well, let's call it a special live stream. And if you guys just bear with me one moment, I need to make sure this is all set up properly because I don't want any cock-ups. Because once I get into this fight that I am going to be doing today, I do not want any distractions. So let me just make sure I've got this all set up the way I want it, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, that's set up. Right. Now then, on with the episode in question. So this is the first of many episodes to this particular game I've decided to do a guide for, and the game in question is Final Fantasy XII. And the reason I'm doing this live stream now, which is quite far into the game, is purely because this is the hardest hunt in the game, and there are many different methods. The method I'm going to be using will take quite a while. I suspect it's going to take at least hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe more, but we'll see how things go. And basically my recording equipment on my PS4, well, the recorder on the PS4 that's built into it only records up to an hour of gameplay. So putting it into a video would be, well, it's doable, but it would take a lot more work. It'd be a lot easier to just live stream it. So anyway, getting on into the episode itself. So as I said, this is Final Fantasy XII, and basically I will be doing a proper guide for it, and I'll chuck this video into the guide as and when I get round to doing it. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to start the guide just yet, because I've been playing this game now for probably best part of a month, and I'm probably going to need a break once I finish this, because I'm actually on my, what would have been my off-camera profile. So boss that we're going to be dealing with is none other than the infamous Yasmat. I almost pronounced his name wrong now, I do apologise. And as I said, he is the toughest hunt in the game. He is also the last hunt in the game, with a whopping 50 million HP. And so basically I've had to set my team up in a specific way to do this. And by the looks of it, I've gone and screwed myself over already. Just looking at my stats here, I forgot to do something, so I'll go ahead and just do that now. That should not have been activated just yet, so we're going to have to try and get rid of that. So let's just have Penelo cure that for a moment. I mean, we will want to be berserked, but not yet. Oh, that's going to get rid of that as well, isn't it? Oh well, we'll just have to recast it, it's not an issue. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, it didn't get rid of Berserk. I know why, wrong spell. We want D-spell, not bloody. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go, that's one. And now we won't actually be needing D-spell or anything like that during this battle. Well, hopefully we won't be needing any of that crap. Right, so Penelo, if you would kindly just shove that back on for us, because we kind of need reverse on. And then I will explain basically how I'm going to deal with him. Now, I did take Yasmat on earlier and I almost had him beat. The only thing that I can see that let the side down was I ran out of Phoenix Downs. So I do strongly advise making sure you're well stocked up on Phoenix Downs, high ethers if you're going to use my method. And you're going to want to make sure your MP is full before you enter the battle. Now, why the hell is that wearing off so quickly? That's interesting. Right, so basically I'm going to be using the spell, well, green spell called Reverse. And what this will do is it will basically turn any attack that he throws at me and convert it into healing, which is why if I go down to my white mage, oops, wrong one, I want Gambits, not party, you can see I've taken Curaja off and I've taken any other healing spells off. The only healing spell I've got on is a Rise, purely to get myself back up if need be, and I've got 99 high ethers which I'll be using to get my team back up, get my MP back up with Penelo when I need to. So I will be focusing purely working with Penelo while Van and Bash do the rest of the damage. And then finally, equipment wise, the reason we won't be needing Dispel or Azuna or anything like that is because I'm using a triple ribbon basically. And basically what I mean by that is all three of my characters that are on the battlefield have got ribbon on. And for those of you that don't know, ribbon deflects all status alignments, or at least the majority of them anyway. There may be the odd one or two that might get through, but the two status ones that this particular boss uses will be deflected by the ribbon. And the status alignments that he inflicts, from what I've found so far, are Petrify and Stop. So if you're going via other methods, then you'll want a lot of chrono tears and golden needles to get rid of the Petrify and the Stop. Right, with that all out of the way, let's now go and introduce ourselves. Now the other thing to point out here is there are traps on the battlefield, so you might want to just get rid of those, or you can go with a different method, which is to use float, where you can simply just step over them, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So to start the battle off, we're going to debuff him, and to do that I'll just quickly show you what I've got set up for it. I'm going with, first of all, with Adol, and what Adol does is lowers one foe's magic power, and trust me, you're going to want to do that. Next, with Bash, I've got two debuffs set up, and actually let's turn that one off for now. We'll do them one at a time. So to start off with, we're going with Expose. Now what this one does is reduces the enemy's physical defense. There is one for magic defense, but I'm not going to be attacking with magic, so I've not bothered with that one. And then Wither lowers one foe's strength, and that's one of the most important ones for this fight. Right, so let's get cracking then, and let's start debuffing. So at this point I'm now going to take the reins of Penelo, and the first thing I'm going to have her do, which is standard with any boss fight that I do, is I'm going to have her do a D-spell, so if there's any buffs on him, such as Protect, which he does like to put on, I might add, it will get rid of them for me. Now as I said, this boss has a whopping 50 million HP, and why the hell has Stop managed to get onto Penelo? What's going on there? Right, we've got a bit of a problem going on here. I need to investigate this a second. I think I know why. Yep, as I thought, I've left my other ribbon on Ash by accident. I thought I'd taken that off. That was a silly mistake to make, but we can soon put that right. There we go. Right, what we'll now do is... Luckily I came prepared for just such a cock-up. So we'll have Van just quickly take that off for us so she can start moving again. In your own time, Van. That did not go well. Still, we're prepared for this as well because we've got a Rise set up. And MP wise, I'd say when Penelo gets down to about 300 MP left, just chuck a high ether on, but make sure that you've got your reverse on. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Now, as for the debuffing, you'll know when you've debuffed him as far as he can go, because it will start to miss constantly. Right now it looks like one of them is done. I can't tell which one though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn his Gambit off for now, and I'm going to have him start attacking for the moment, just so I can see which one it is that keeps missing. Right, yeah, so it was addle that was right. So what we can now do actually is, now here comes in to play my second phase, and that second phase is going to be using the Bacchus wine. And what Bacchus wine does, and I've got 99 of them, is it will allow me to put Berserk on the character that I casted on. Now Berserk, for those of you that don't know, yes, you'll lose control of your character, but it doubles the attack of that particular character. And as you can see, we're now cutting through his HP relatively quick. Well, not as quick as I would have liked for some reason. Hang on a minute. Let me just alter that ever so slightly. Let's have that one at the top there, so he prioritises that. There we go. Now he'll use Bacchus wine. So at the moment, as we can see, we're still lowering that defense. Now, once I've got things set up right and I've got his attack power down, because that will be the next thing to take down, I'm going to try to up things to 2 times just to try and get this done a little bit quicker. I just hope and pray that I don't screw myself over. And then maybe later on, if I'm really confident, I might go to 4 times, but we'll see how things roll. So, let's keep an eye on that defense debuff even. So as you can see, we're now doing a mighty 11k, and Yasmat's defense is still going down quite a bit. If I manage to get this right, I could potentially oh, wrong one. I could potentially be doing a good 20k of damage a time if I get this set up right. Okay, so we apparently have just lost Van for a moment. It's because of his sheer attack power, and we couldn't get reverse back on him in time. But as you can see, Van's straight back on the assault, so it's not an issue. And then of course we've got our other 3 characters acting as our reserves, just in case we need them. So I know it's taking a while with the damage at the moment because we've only got 1 person attacking, but once Bash has finished dropping his defense, we'll then have him start working on that attack power, and as soon as that attack power has been reduced to as far as it can go, we will then start bringing out Bash as an attacker as well. Now, this is an attack that he likes to use, I believe it's called Sandstorm. He will use it once per health bar, and each of these little health bars represents 1,000,000 HP. So there should be roughly about 50 little bars down there below the big one. Now earlier when I took him on, I got him down to just 3 bars left, I believe it was, and then he screwed me over. So as you can imagine, I was not impressed. Just one more thing here, with the reverse you need to make sure you stay in range of both characters, because if you don't, you ain't getting reverse on. Now there is one small little hiccup with using this reverse tactic, which it does work beautifully. It worked really well for me earlier, and that is he uses an ability called Death Strike, which will one-hit any character that it hits. So reverse will not stop this, unfortunately. Right, looks like we've got his defense down as low as it's going to go. So at this point we're going to now switch these around. So we'll turn that one off and we'll start withering him. And as I said, this will start to reduce any physical attack damage he does, which is the main thing that he attacks with. And we've already reduced his magic attack damage down quite a bit by using the Wither ability, I think it was called, or was it the Aldi one? Oh, it's one of the 2. But we're now going to start reducing that attack power now. how are we doing? Right, we should probably get another high ether on here. Sorry I went quiet, I had to just respond to a text message. I am a busy man, you see. So once Bash is finished lowering that attack power, we will then have Bash starting to attack as well in the same method as Van. And then basically at that point all we've got to do is keep Penelo reversing at that point and keep her MP up. And with that we can pretty much cut through all his HP. Toot sweet. Wow. Looks like we lost Van again. I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy responding to a text again. Like I say, I run a very busy life nowadays. Right, let's take this opportunity to just whack some more MP on. The attack power should be almost at its minimum by now. Like I said, you'll know once you've got its defense or its attack, whatever it is, you're debuffing down to as far as it will go, because it will start to miss constantly. Just realised that top of my screen tells me how long the live stream's gone on for, so that will give me a rough idea of how long I've been fighting this thing for once I kill it. If I manage to kill it. Like I said, we're trying to take it out tonight, but it could still go very, very wrong, but we shall see. So far, so good. I mean, Van has gone down a few times, but that's purely because I've not been paying attention and just, yeah. Oh, Lash is down. Now the reason I'm debuffing his attack power, even though I'm using reverse, there are going to be points where there's going to be a gap in the reverse build, because obviously reverse will wear off and Penelo's going to have to get it back up again. And so basically by lowering his attack power I can reduce the amount of damage I'm taking while trying to get reverse back on, which will make it easier to maintain. Now one more thing I should point out is I do recommend trying to take him down as fast as possible, and the fact that the longer this battle draws out for, the more his defense starts to go up. And unfortunately, when that defense starts to go up, you cannot debuff it again, as I found out earlier. So, a little bit of haste is key, but obviously only in small quantity. And wow, he must have a lot of attack power, because it's still dropping. Oh, have we finally reduced him? Is his attack power finally at its lowest? Have we got him? Can we finally start dishing out the Bashmeister? I think we can. Right, in that case, it's now time for Bash to enter the fray. So, we'll now turn off those gambits, and we'll stick on these two. And we'll now have Bash joining in the fight as well. Right, I'm going to up the speed here a little bit and see how it goes. Actually, before I do that, let's just... Now, if you want to be brave, you could put the Genji gloves on as well, which will allow for combos, or extra combos. However, if you go with the Genji glove, you are going to then have to be wary of the risk of being turned into a statue, basically, or being stopped. It's dead in your tracks. Right, let's see what happens if I speed things up a little bit. Let's hope it doesn't screw me over. I'll keep an eye on it. If it starts to screw me over, I'll have to take it back down again. But let's see how things go. Oh, here he goes again with that blooming attack. Like I said, he'll do this once per health bar. So he's going to be doing it a fair few times. However, because we've reduced his damage, he shouldn't be able to hurt me too much. In theory, anyway. The only thing I have to keep an eye on now is Pinello's MP. I will get my words out. As you can see, he's hardly doing any damage to me now. I'm almost tempted to go to 4 times, but I don't know if I want to risk it. It could be a very risky move. Oh yeah, I did some hefty damage just then. Oh, the team's trying to turn itself off. That's not good. Oh no, you don't, TV. You're not allowed to turn off until this fight's done. What do you reckon, guys and girls? Shall I go to 4 times? Oh, actually there is one more thing I forgot to do. Little something else we can now chuck in the mix as well is bravery. And what bravery does, for those of you that don't know, is increase physical attack power even further. So we can do even more damage. Although right now Pinello's not getting a chance to use it. But to be honest, I'd rather her keep us alive than screw us over with trying to cast bravery at the wrong time. Oh, we've lost Bash. Well, so far so good. We're making some good progress here. Don't just stand there, Bash, get in there. See, like I said, this fight can take an incredibly long time, but with the right setup you can take him down relatively fast. Now I've set myself the target of trying to take him down. Well, I started this well, where I am it's night time here, and I started this at 9 o'clock in the evening my time. And my target is to try and have this done by 11 o'clock this evening, if I can. So we'll see how things go. Oh, down goes man. Do I dare to do it? Is it worth the risk? I'm still contemplating whether to go to 4 times. I don't want to screw myself over, that's the thing. about doing 14, 15 Ks there. If we got bravery on us, we'd be doing a little bit more, but unfortunately Pinella's having to keep up with the reverse, so it's a bit of a pain. The only thing we have to worry about now is his death strike ability, which he doesn't start casting until we get him at least halfway down. And I don't actually know if there's any way to counter the death strike ability or not. If any of you watch this and you know of a way to counter the death strike ability, then please let me know. But to my knowledge, there is no way to counter it. Although it's a magic attack, so perhaps maybe putting shell on, perhaps, I don't know. So when I took him on earlier, I actually started the fight last night. It was about, must have been about 10 o'clock last night. And it got to about 1:30 in the morning, and he was still only halfway down. And I had stuff I had to do this morning, so I pretty much paused it and went to bed, and then came back to it this afternoon, and I was still going at it with him at about 6 o'clock this evening. And then finally he tripped me up and caught me out, and I ended up dying. And then I sort of walked away from a bit because I was a little bit enraged. I'm gonna say I was a little bit enraged. And that was my very first time ever of taking this guy on. And basically from that I've managed to devise this strategy, and now I pretty much have him beat, so long as he doesn't pull a fast one on me. Oops, wrong one. I want to put high ether on, not turn my gambits off. Crikey, that would screw me over. Ooh. So we're cutting through his HP quite nicely. Oh shit. That's not helpful. Right, so in this instance that's where we'll have our backup mage. There we go. I will get Ash out of there in a moment as soon as I'm able to. In fact, in the meantime, what I shall do is I will take advantage of the fact that she's here, and I'll go to reserve healing, and we'll get Bash up on his feet. And now all I've got to do is wait for a gap. There we go. Right, Ash, off you go. Bash, back out you come. Reinitiate the reverse. And voila, we're back in the fray. And it's as simple as that. Oh, down goes Van. Who do I switch to? Pinello. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're going to have to turn the ×2 down here. Right, he's now doing Death Strike, which is the ability I told you guys about. And it's a bloody nasty one at that. So right now we're going to need to pull out Ash again, because unfortunately he's just taken out my white mage. So this is where we're going to have to be a little bit more careful now. I may have to just turn 2 times off for a bit. Oh, he's spamming the Death Strike ability. That's going to get annoying. Right, this could get a little bit complicated. Oh no. Oh, I hate it when he does that. So See, this is what messed me up last time. He kept spamming this. He only does it every now and again though. Once he's finished spamming it, he'll back off again. We might be about to lose Ash here, but that's not an issue. Oh no, no, we survived it. Well, I'll be down. Oh, shit. He's using Death Strike again. That is literally the only move he's using that I cannot get around. The only thing I can do is outspeed him as much as I can. Yeah, he's using it again. This is getting really tedious now. Sorry, Penello, I'm going to have to override you here and get you to use... Shit, I couldn't get it off in time. I don't believe it. Right, let's get you out of the way. Balthier, you're up. Right, this is where the Phoenix Downs come into play. I didn't have this much trouble earlier, I'm gonna say it. I mean, he did Death Strike me a bit, but I was able to deal with it. But now he seems to be just constantly spamming it. He's literally being a dick to me tonight, I don't know why. Well, I managed to get Ash up. Forget that, get bloody Balthier up. Great, he's going to keep death striking me, isn't he? This could take a while. Like I said, if we can just outlast him, we'll be fine though. He'll only spam it for so long, as I found out earlier. There we go, he stopped spamming it now. Thank God for that. Right, let's start getting people up. We need Van back up. Like I said, that bloody Death Strike is horrible. If anybody has any ideas how to get around that, for God's sakes, please do tell me, because it's really annoying. Right. Althea, get out of there. Van, you're up. Right. Now I'll use a rise and I'll get Althea back up. And then, oops. Next thing I want to do is a high ether on Penello, because we need to get her MP back up. Wow. I am struggling here. He's actually got me sweating a wee bit. Right. How is he doing so much damage all of a sudden? What is going on? He's not got any buffs on, so what's going on? Oh no. What? Ah, he's gone and berserked himself. Shit. That's not helpful. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I've got an idea. You'll do. What? Oh, yeah. Of course. Sorry. Reserve healing. That one. Please hurry up, Baltha. Whew. Well, that turned ugly for a moment. But we got there, we survived. Right, what I'm now going to do is I am now going to have Penello do a reverse heal for me. on Ash because I want her back on her feet, and then we can sit comfortably again. See, I found with that death strike, he'll go fucking rapid fire with the death strike for a moment, and then he'll stop again and he'll back off from it for a long time. So it's literally just a case of outspeeding him and keeping everybody on their feet, which is where the reserve team comes into. Ideally you could do with the reserve team having ribbons on as well, but unfortunately I only have 3. There's only 2 ribbons that you can pick up within the game as far as I'm aware. The rest of them you'd have to keep spamming the trial mode and get into stage 49. And then you'll have to steal from, I believe his name is Hazmat, which is the Esper that's in that fight, and you'll get it that way. But it is I think it's only a 5% chance of actually pulling it out of him. Right, I'm going to pull my mic out for the time being, give my throat a little bit of a rest here, because this could take a while, and I will be speaking again shortly. Okay, so as you can see, we've now gotten below halfway, but his defense has now increased a little bit. We're not damaging him quite as much as we were, even with being in berserk mode and having bravery on us. I mean, we're still doing just under the 10k mark, sometimes a little bit over. But it has slowed down a little bit. I am in 2 times at the moment. I know I switched out to 2 times a short while ago, but that was purely because Pinello went down and I generally thought he'd started death striking again and I didn't want to risk it. Because death strike is a bitch to keep up with in 2 times, so it's better to go 1 time when he starts death striking. But so far we're doing alright. We're 52 minutes in. Hopefully we'll keep up the good work. So I'm going to switch the mic off again for now, and I'll give you more commentary in a bit. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Continue watching if you like. Okay, so he's now come in with the second volley of death strikes. So once again we're going to have to move quickly in order to counter this problem. So without further ado, let's get sorted on that. And right now I need to switch to Ash, who is now getting bashed back up. And we're also going to... shit, she's out of MP. Right, we'll use Raze instead for now. We'll worry about MP in a moment. Ouch! See, this is where it's going to get a little bit annoying. What I'm going to have to do here is... I am going to... oops, wrong one. What I'll do here is, until he stops fucking, excuse my language, death striking me, I'll turn the Bacchus wine off. I'll have to do the same with Van for the moment. Unfortunately right now there's very little I can do. Right, I'll switch to you. Right now, what we want to do with you is, if I can get it in quickly enough, as a high ether. Nope, couldn't get it in time. Now we might be able to. It's the problem, he's spamming that blooming death strike constantly at the moment, and it's going to screw me over if I'm not quick enough. Just managed to get it up in time. So what does she do? She decides to go straight for reverse. Penelo, we don't want reverse right now. What we want is to be getting people up. Forget reverse for now. Right, I think he might be done with his volley of death strikes, but I'm not sure. No, maybe not. False hope, false hope. Right now though, we're doing alright. We're staying ahead of the death strikes, which is good. That's what we want. Like I say, when he goes into death strike berserk mode, shall I call it, unfortunately he does get a bit ballistic. And right now he is not giving an inch. No, I don't want a Zuno, I don't want a Zuno. Right, now's a good opportunity to restock MP. I'll switch to Bash. Bash, you get Ash up. If I can find the Phoenix Downs, I really need to organise my items better. Oh, he's gone with the Cyclone. We will continue damaging him once I've managed to recover from his little death strike barrage, which he still decides he wants to continue doing. So we're going to have to keep staying ahead of that for the time being. There we go. That's not good, that's going to nuke me off. Right, let's get Ash out of there, let's get Van on the field. I'm having to think on my feet a little bit. That one. Whew. Well, that was interesting. Bloody hell, I can't keep up. I don't know why I'm using when he's got Raze. It would have been a lot easier. Let's say, Van, would you please hurry up? Right. I'd say we're probably safe to turn these ones back on now. What do we reckon, guys and girls? Should we give it a shot, see what happens? Not gonna lie, that had me sweating for a moment. But I think he's finally backed off with the death strike again, so we should be good to go. Oh, no, maybe not. I'm glad I didn't go to 2 times. Bloody hell. Right, I'm going to have to turn that back off again. Because he's clearly not done with his death strikes yet. I got a problem. Both of them are berserk. I'll have to... This is why it's always good to have multiple medics, just so as you can cover your ass from every single angle. There we go. No! Don't do it, Ash! Oh, you idiot. That was probably my fault for having that set up like that. We'll worry about her later. Let's get Reverse back up first, then we'll get Ash back up. Or Pinello could just completely sit there twiddling her thumbs, that's fine as well. It does mean, however, now we are in trouble a little bit. You'll do. I'm going to have to do some reserve healing here. Well, we were making some pretty good progress. And then things started going a little bit tits up. Oh bollocks. This one's probably going to hurt. I suspect at this point he's probably... Oh no, he hasn't put it back on. Sometimes when you get to this point in the fight you can be an asshole and put Protect back on. So just watch out for that. Is it worth the risk? I think it is. He hasn't used Death Strike now for a little while, so I'm kind of hoping that we're in the clear. In that case, now is as good a time as any to do this and get my last reserve player up. And then next we'll do a high ether just to get MP back up. And then Pinello, if you'd like to just put some reverse out there for us, that would be great. Preferably before we start losing people. That's one. Where's the other one? Right, I think we're safe to go back into 2 times now for the moment. So let's do it. Right, I'm going to cut the mic again. Back shortly. Got him down to about 15 mil, and we are still chopping away at his HP pretty successfully. We've had a few trip-ups where Death Strikes got involved once again. I mean, obviously you saw that last barrage with Death Strikes that he did, and then I thought he had cleared up with it, so I went 2 times again, got a load of hits in, and then he got a couple of cheeky Death Strikes off again, but he seems to have backed off of that now. It's almost like he has a temper tantrum every now and again, then he calms back down and goes back to his normal attacks, but I'm not 100% certain on that one. But at the moment we're doing alright. We've got reverse on, we're doing more damage, so all in all pretty good so far. So I will update the commentary again in a bit, because I'm now going to pull the mic back out again so I can keep concentrating, and I hope you're enjoying the show, and I hope you stick around if you are watching. moment I've run out of Bacchus wines, which means I can no longer get Berserk on my characters this way. So while it's going to slow down the damage I'm doing a little bit, I'm removing Bash. He's now going to take a well-deserved break, and Fran is now going to step out onto the playing field, and she's going to be casting Berserk via her magic spells for me. So I'm now going to have to keep both their MPs up a little bit, which is annoying, but it will make this a little bit quicker. And of course also with Fran's help we can also cast Haste. I should really switch that up to Haste again. Oh bollocks. Just realised Pinello's got virtually no MP left. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. You know what, actually there is one thing we could do here, thinking about it. I know I turned this off, but actually I'm going to turn it back on, because at least that way she's doing some damage as well. And every time she uses Skate it will restock her MP anyway, or at least it should do. Help us get through this a bit quicker. If you've got any darkness spells, they'll also work quite effectively against this guy. There's also a dark blade attribute ninja sword as well that can do some pretty decent damage. Unfortunately, even if I had it, I still couldn't use it because none of my team are set up to be ninja, unfortunately. Oh god, not again. Oops. Here we go again with him using Death Strike. That was my fault, I wasn't paying attention. Oh. God. So he's occasionally using Death Strike now, but nowhere near as much as he was. It's now becoming manageable. Ash, would you please step out of the fight, please? Thank you. You've done your job now. Fuck's sake, Ash, excuse my language again. The only problem with this game is when they're locked in place, you can't pull out the people you want. Oh, she's already casting it, never mind. Ignore me, it's fine. Right. I'm going to pull the mic out for a bit then. As you can see, things are getting a little bit intense now, but then I'd expect nothing less, since we're now coming towards the last little section of the fight. So things are going to start getting a little bit violent, because obviously he's not being very kind right now. I don't know whether you guys will have been paying attention when you watch this, but his level also doubled, which means he's now considerably stronger. But we are just about managing to keep up. So I've also... oh shit, wrong one. I've also pulled Fran back and put Bash back out there purely because Fran wasn't really being that much of a help. The only thing she was being useful for was Berserk, and she was consuming more MP than I could really do with losing, so I've gotten rid of her, because basically Bash can do the same amount of damage as she was doing, but with less MP being used, so I figured might as well bring him back out and let him finish what he started. Unfortunately I can't have him Berserk right now because I've run out of the item that I was using. I died more times than I was expecting. I mean, I knew I was going to end up getting flattened a few times, but like, well, so I'll keep going 2 times wherever I can as well to try and get this done as quickly as possible. But I do have to keep flipping out of it because sometimes he does go for another barrage of death strikes, and as you've probably seen, it does hit me very hard. So I'm going to pull the mic back out again now, and I will give more commentary when we get down to the very last, say, 3 bars. Unless of course anything else crops up that I need to say. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. Okay, here we are then. We're down to just 3 bars remaining. Like I said, we've had a few trip-ups along the way, but we're managing just about. I mean, I know things have slowed right down for the moment, just purely because, unfortunately, because the battle has dragged out quite a bit here. His defense has gone up a tad, but even though his defense has gone up a little bit, we are actually still cutting through his HP pretty damn well. I'm actually quite impressed. But I think as long as we keep up the attacks and everything, we keep the MP up, keep the reverse up, we should probably have him beat. That's another death strike. I'm going to have to come off 2 times for a moment just to compensate, just in case he's deciding he wants to go for another barrage. I don't think he... I want to say that he won't. He seems to be just casting Death Strike once in a blue moon now at this point. He seems more intent on blasting me with everything else. Fuck it, we'll go to 2 times again. Excuse my language again. I really need to do something about my language. Honestly, I am trying to curb the language, I swear. Although I've got to admit, I did swear a little bit off camera purely because he was being a pain. Actually, I know what I could do here. Where is it? 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 There it is. Onto you. Basically, the Domain Calvados is basically a potion containing a bravery. Oh, damn it. I don't even know whether he got that bravery off or not. I mean, I know I could have Pinello using bravery, but... Oh, Gordon Bennett, not again. He really doesn't like bloomin' Bash at the moment. Why is that? Oh, up he goes, up and down he goes. Bloody hell. See, at the moment I've got 2 times turned off because he seems to have turned a little bit nasty on me at the moment, so I'm just trying to make sure I can keep up. Once he's calmed down again and I'm confident that he's not going to sucker punch me, I'll go 2 times again and try and get this done quickly. So it's a couple of minutes to 11 o'clock now, so if I'm quick enough I might just finish this within my target time. Might go slightly over, we'll see. I mean, he's only got 2 and a bit bars left now. So he seems to be throwing in a death strike sort of every now and again. It's not too bad, we're managing to just about manage it. Right, Bash, do me a favour, buddy, and just chuck a high ether onto Pinello, and you may continue pummeling now. Do what you will. Oh shit! What the hell just happened there? That's not good. I am not entirely sure what just happened there. He literally just one-hit everybody. Let's get people... What the fuck? What is going on? How is he doing that? Holy cow! Oh, he's cast Protect on himself. That probably works in my favour though, to be honest. Jesus. That one hurt. Let's just get rid of that protect, shall we? Oh, that's not helping. I did not realise I had fucking excuse my language, 2 times on. I might have to go 1 time for this last little stretch now because he's hitting hard and I need to be able to keep up with the damage. Bloody hell. Oh, okay, she's got it under control. Okay, so we're down to just 2 bars left now. This is where things are going to get really tricky. This is where things get complicated. Oh. Now more than ever we need to keep those high ethers going to keep Pinello up and running, otherwise we are as good as gone. Right, what I would like to now do, if I can, is I would like to get Van back up. Right, I'm going to pull Ash back out of the way, and I'm going to have Van come back out now and start clobbering. Or at least that's the plan anyway. Right, now we're going to have Bash use another high ether on Pinello. Let's take a look at his buffs on. No, we're fine. Tell you what, if I lose this now, I am going to be seriously pissed. I have not come all this way through the fight just to lose this now, especially on a live stream as well. Oh, bloody hell, Pinello's right on the ball today. Excellent. I wonder. Bash, are you capable of using... I can't remember what I had you set up. No, you can't use green magic. That's really quite annoying. Okay, never mind. Forget that. Scratch that. This last little stretch could be a real pain in the neck. We always have to bear in mind here also he has doubled his level, which is why I'm actually struggling a bit. Actually, do you know what? That's something I didn't take into consideration. Let's mist him. Let's see if we can chop some health off with the mist. If we can get a high enough chain link, we should be able to do a good substantial amount of damage here, I reckon. Got to be worth a try. Anything to take down some of his health bar at this point. This is where we're going to start having problems because we're going to have to start trying to get missed charges, and at the moment it looks like it doesn't want to behave. So we'll keep at it. There we go again. So far we've got a chain link of 4. The highest I've ever got is 18, I believe it was, or was it 19? No, it might have been 19, I'm not sure. almost lost it then. No, couldn't get it to go up any higher. That's annoying. Well, at least we'll be able to take a little bit of damage out of him, I suppose. Anything's better than nothing right now. Wow, he's not playing nice now, is he? I know she's still got quite a bit of MP left, but I don't want to risk that going down right now. So let's just... Oh dear. God, I'm struggling. Got an idea. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Let's see if I can reduce that damage with Protector. Perhaps I can make these a little bit comfortabler. Gone past it. Oh, there it is. At this point, I'm just about ready to chuck anything out there that I can use. Yeah, Protect's definitely working. We managed to reduce the damage. That's what we wanted. Oh, okay, she's already got a rise on the go, never mind. Is it worth it? You know what, I want to go 2 times, but I don't want to risk getting myself killed, so I think I'm going to stay on 1 times for this last stretch. That was a bit unlucky. Well, I think we've pretty much got him now. We've managed to reduce the damage that he's doing, so I'd say we've got a good chance of defeating him here. As long as we keep everything going as we have been, we should be alright. Ow. Oh, okay. He tried to kill Van and Canelo says no. Not allowed. If we've got any items that do dark damage, we could chuck those out. Oh, I've got a dark moat. Let's see how much damage this does. Oh, not a lot. Okay. Let's just have Penelo cast Protector again, shall we? Let's keep those defences up, because it's those defences right now that are keeping us alive. You know what? I am going to pull a very risky move right now. I'm going to bring Fran out, and I'm going to have her quickly use... Oh, she's already set up to use it, isn't she? I'm going to have her berserk Van, and as soon as I can, I'm going to pull her back out. Like so. I'm hoping that will allow us to do the damage we need to do to get this done a bit quicker. Fingers crossed. So I'll switch over to Bash now so that I can keep Penelo buffed up with MP. Yeah, it's working. Right, we are down to that last bar then. We've almost got him. Oh, bollocks. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. Drinks down quickly. Not now, Penelo. Don't you dare die on me now. So far so good. Right, Penelo, let's have another protector please. Let's keep those defences up. Bash, I need another high ether please, just to make sure. You know what? I know it's a risky manoeuvre, but this might just help us get it done a bit quicker. We'll put the Genji gloves on for multiple hits. Oh no, not this again, not this again, not this again. It's alright, Penelo's got it under control, it's fine. Come on, we've almost got him. We were doing so well with that berserk. That's annoying. Still, it doesn't matter. We'll just go normal attacks now. We've almost got him. do me a favour, berserk van, and do it quickly. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, really? Just as I fucking... excuse my language. Son of a monkey's uncle. As you can see, I'm now trying to finish this as quickly as possible, this last little slithering. Bloody Nora! Ugh. Oh, damn it. That was a really bad time to get Van back up. That'll probably be his last cyclone of the match though, to be honest. What, it didn't work? What's going on? Did I pull it back too quickly? Actually, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it. Plan sod off. We've almost got him. Last bar. Shit. No, not this again. This is getting so butt clenching right now. Oh no, not this again. Screw your fucking reverse, just... no. Not this again. Don't you dare start barraging me with Death Strike. Not now. Not now. Evil, vile gargoyle. I'm just about pulling my hair out here trying to stay alive. Do I dare, do I dare, do I dare, do I dare, do I dare? Bloody cyclone. No, you don't. Get your ass up. Don't you dare start that Death Strike stuff with me again. Come on, play nice. Wow, he really doesn't like me anymore. Oh. Come on, we've got this in the bag now. Come on. Oh, evil little that was a last ditch move from him. There we go. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Yazmat the Beast. Like I said, I'll add this video to my guide as and when I get around to doing the guide. I've not decided as and when I'm going to start it yet. But yeah, this should give you a little taster of what's to come. And wow, I'm going to take a break now. So if you have enjoyed what you've seen here tonight, then hit that like button, be subscribed to my channel, leave any comments you wish, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.